boyfriend is a gold digger.
I told you.
My name is
This.
Allegra, and I've been dealing with my gold digging boyfriend for far too long. That's why I broke
Wow.
up with him last night. He says I'll come crawling back to him, but let me tell you,
Really?
I'm
Okay,
so
that's
happy I finally
wow.
got rid of him.
La da da da. When I popped off, then your girl gave me just a little bit of lockjaw.
Hello everyone, my name is Jack2987 and welcome to my new video. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to a story from the channel Storytime Animated, and it is called My Boyfriend is a Gold Digger. Well, I wanted to do a reaction to the story, and it seemed interesting. I haven't watched it, not even once, so I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get started. Oh, and wait, before I end this little mini part, I want to say, please like this video. It means the world to me. And do not forget to check out my brother Nick367's channel. And now let's get started. Go. Okay, so we're now in. Let's start the video. There we go.
My boyfriend is a gold digger.
I told you.
My name is Allegra, and I've been dealing with my gold digging boyfriend for far too long. That's why I broke up with him last night. He says I'll come crawling back to him, but let me tell you, I'm so happy I finally got rid of him. He didn't seem petty and superficial when we first met. Actually, he was perfect for me. Now I realize he was just putting up an act. I come from a wealthy family, and I've always been pampered by my parents. Money was never an issue. I went to the best schools growing up and had lavish vacations 3 times a year.
Oh, you went to Paris?
My closet was, and still is, filled with the latest designer clothes. I got my dream car for my 16th birthday and had my own credit card since I was a child. The thing is, I love my parents to bits. I'm not one of those conceited, spoiled brats who stomp their feet on the ground and demand gifts. I'm very grateful for everything my folks do for me, and we have an amazing relationship.
Looks like she had amazing parents.
Investment, I was able to start a business and get to be my own boss. I know I've had an easy ride, I don't deny it, but I've also worked really hard to make something of myself. That's why I don't date much. Sure, there are guys who ask me out regularly, but I'm confident most of the time it's because they notice the expensive car I drive or the fancy clothes I wear. How to know if they like me for who I am or are just looking for a sugar mama? I want someone who loves me for me.
It is true. When you have like a lot of money, you gotta make sure you have the right person
to take me out on
if
a
you want to date. I mean, you don't know if they'll take advantage of you or anything.
Or at least that's what I thought.
Remember.
When I met Zach, I really believed he liked me. He seemed so sweet and genuine. What's more important, he made me laugh, and I love that in a guy. Our first date was absolutely amazing.
That does sound like an amazing
boyfriend. The first time he
boyfriend.
kissed me, I really felt butterflies in my stomach. I fell in love so fast, and now I understand that was his plan all along.
That was actually pretty beautiful.
Zach didn't come from money, and his job didn't pay too well. I didn't care about any of that, and perhaps I should have paid more attention to the warning signs. But what was I supposed to do? Only date rich guys? That isn't what I'm about.
Yeah.
He was smart about it,
I mean, just gotta follow the heart. Follow the heart,
the waiting game. I'd invite him to lunch, and he'd offer to pay, but I'd always refuse. Then I invited him over to my yacht, and he brought beer and snacks to share, which I thought was sweet. When I wanted him to accompany me to a gala, he mentioned how he'd try and rent a fancy suit. He made a big deal about it, but I didn't realize anything was amiss at that time. I thought he was just trying to make an effort. I bought him a few nice suits instead, and that's when the slippery slope began.
That's one red sign.
I didn't realize it was happening. First, he asked for a big gift for his birthday. Fair enough, it was a special occasion. Then he told me a sob story about how he could not afford his apartment any longer. Bit by bit, I found myself paying for his every expense and taking him on shopping sprees. Over time, he began acting differently than he did at first, and he seemed to be obsessed with what I'd buy for him next. Zach always seemed to need something new, almost every week. It went from a PlayStation to a Rolex to a new car. He justified this massive expense, claiming he was embarrassed to meet my parents in his rusty old car.
That's not really a good excuse of why you need to buy him a new car.
Eventually, he stopped asking for stuff and began outright demanding it. By then, it seemed so normal, I just went with it. Looking back, I can't believe I could have been so stupid, but he had me wrapped around his little finger. My delusion came to an end about a year after we started dating. I arrived home early from a trip, and Zach really wasn't
Try not
expecting
to
me
make
there for at
him
least another
take
2
advantage
days.
of you.
So he was having a
Maybe
get
she
together
needed
with
to
his
learn to
friends,
say no.
which was fine since we lived together. It was what I overheard that made me realize how much of a fool I was. Zach and his buddies were making fun of me. He was telling them all about how he was going to ask me to marry him, and then everything I had would be his as well. How I was too blind to realize he was using me for my money. How he was dating a bunch of other girls behind my back. Prettier girls, he said.
Are you
I walked
serious?
right
So
out the door
he was
not ready to confront him in
he's
front of
cheating
his
on her?
friends. That very night, I returned to my home, and all hell broke loose. He cried his eyes out and told me he was just pretending to be so tough in front of his friends. Zach swore he'd make it up to me and that he loved me more than anything else in the world. I wasn't sure what to do next, and like a fool, I didn't break up with him immediately. But Zach was so
I
convinced
think you should have, because I don't think no guy should treat a woman like that.
Shoes. No, not asked, demanded I bought them for him.
Wow.
That was when I had enough.
Wow.
I dumped him right then and there.
Yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
Nasty.
I agree.
He thinks I'll crawl back to him, but he's so wrong. I'm done with my gold-digging ex-boyfriend.
Well, okay, that story is completely switcheroos. Like, the boyfriend just been nice, and then just completely went a complete turn of becoming so demanding. I never noticed how emotions can change all of a sudden. Well, anyway, that will be the end for the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. What do you want me to do next? Do not forget to subscribe to my brother Night367, our TikTok and Instagrams, and I'll meet you all in the very next video. Bye!